so we're just going to kind of ask questions throughout because I want to make sure I'm just really giving you information that you need or want. So what I did first is I printed out, as Vicki said, I've been doing this for about 25 years, and then in Rock for 10 years. And we've been very blessed with business and been able to grow. So I know what it's like, exactly where you've been when you started out, and you're like, oh, for goodness sakes, what am I thinking? What am I doing? And then and honestly, the best thing that I didn't know one person when I moved to Rockford, Illinois, not one. Well, I knew one person, okay, but that's all. And I networked. I had lunches and dinners and breakfast with people, and that's where it all comes down because they may not have something that they may not want to buy your product or your service right away, but they know somebody else that will. And the more positive you can make that relationship. And this, I will tell you, I've lived in many cities, big and small, and this community overall, this market, is really genuine about having people introduce you to each other. So networking goes so far and so long. So, you know, the clients we represent today include like the Rockford Chamber, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. We represent the Metro Center downtown. We represent a bank. We represent a wealth management company nationally. We represent GFS marketplaces in several markets throughout Wisconsin and Illinois. We have offices, our headquarters are in Rockford, but we have offices in Madison and then Racine as well, so I'm on the road a little bit. I was telling Vicki I was in Michigan, Wyoming, Michigan, who knew, yesterday, and we drove there on Monday night for 4 hours, and drove 4 hours back yesterday for a 1-hour meeting. But it was a good meeting because we got to meet all the higher ups in the company that we're representing. But most of the time we get asked, especially for people that have smaller businesses or looking to grow their business or maybe just starting out or whatever level you're at, is how the heck do I get my word out? Because everybody has really different needs, right? And so like, how do I get on the TV station? Why won't the newspaper pick up my article or my press release? Or I called them 3 times and they're not returning my calls. So I thought maybe I'd start there and then see where we go, what other questions you might have. Is that cool? Yeah. I'm sorry. Thank you. What I did, just so you have it, because it's one of our Bibles, it's basically a media list for the area. So the people you need to contact, their contact information, their email addresses, their phone numbers to contact them, and I'll take one down because it's on there. But we can start from this and just talk a little bit about it, but what I've done is broke it up in print and TV and then radio. But the biggest thing I would tell you, if you want to get your word out to the media to get more visibility, is make it newsworthy. I know we all think that what we do is better than sliced bread, because I believe that every day, and every time we talk about my clients, that's what I believe, but it has to be newsworthy. So just because you have developed a product or you have a service that you think is great, it does not mean it's necessarily completely great to the media. So you have to find different angles. So one of the things that is newsworthy is it relevant? Is it newsworthy because it's timely? For example, anything that had to do with a wedding up until last Friday was newsworthy for a good 2 weeks ahead of time. So we picked things that we did stories about what to serve at a royal wedding party, so we did a food one. We did one on, with a financial services company we represent on how do you financially get ready to be married? What are things you have to think about? And we also did the opposite, what financial things you have to think about when you're getting divorced. So that worked out well too. We got both sides of it. So what makes your product or service newsworthy based on the timeliness? We know, for example, April 15th